This is Texas Tiger Digs, and some of you may know, if you've been watching me for a while or watch some of my back videos, that I've been using camera glasses off and on for a while. And you also might know the struggles I had with them. The fact that these glasses do have an issue, but the issue is you need to get used to the fact that you have to move your head and not your eyes to change the focus of what's going on. So that gave me fits, and you might have seen some of my previous videos where it's been an issue with keeping the digs in the frame. I'm much better now, not perfect, but much better than I used to be. So I still use these cameras on occasion. And this one is a 1080p. This one's a 720p maximum. I don't often use this one. It really doesn't give me the quality that I want in the video. I have used it on occasion, and it doesn't really match the 1080p cameras I use for the rest of the hunts. And it's just not. It's grainy. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not sure if that's the fact it's 720p or the fact that's just the factor of this camera. This one is a View. I have another camera around here, which I haven't been able to find for a while, that has got the exact same form factor and a few less bells and whistles to some degree. And a lot of times these cameras are simply made by offshore manufacturers and brought into the country, and then sometime they're brought in and minor enhancements are made when a company puts its name on it, or sometimes just the advertising changes, and etc. So the great thing about these cameras is this. I often will put these on when I want to set up a scene of walking into a park, because with these YouTube videos we do, sometimes we need to set up the scene of what's happening prior. I don't do it as often as I should, and I'm going to do it more, because I think that's what the people who view our videos want, the idea of going out there and putting themselves in our place. And that's what I liked when I first started. I've got to do it more. If anybody ever watched Gravedigger Max, he's a master of doing that. You see him walk up to the beach, you see him talk about the weather condition, you see him talk about the flow of the sand, the troughs, etc. And then you see him detect, and that just sort of sets up the whole field. And there are others that are very good at it too. Madison, Maine is very good at it, and there are others that are also very good at it. And like I said, I'll be doing that more as time goes by. And this is what these cameras are great for. They're great for setting up the views and for doing the digs. You just gotta remind yourself that you can't move your eyes to change the focus of the camera, and you move your head like a tripod. So when you dig, you lower your head, and then you get everything in frame. I'm not perfect at that, but I love these, and these are great in the fact that you don't have to worry about a camera. You slap it on your head, you hit it, you go, and then you've got both hands free to do your digs, etc. You can also do that with with several others, the chest-mounted cameras, etc. that you can get, the chest mounts you can get for your cameras. You can use those as well. So those, so I just want to let you know that that's sort of my review of these. If you're going to get them, I would suggest you get 1080p. This is not a pivot head. Pivot heads sound real good, but they're expensive, and they have only 8 gig of memory. Now, I think you can get them with additional memory. I think you might add a little bit to the cost, and I'm sure that might be changing where they add more. But I prefer the fact that I can take these and put my own memory card in there and have as much memory as I want. Probably more memory than the battery supplied will drive this thing to fill. So that's all I've got to say about these. And this is a new camera I've got. This is and they call these a spy camera, and it is. It's a clandestine camera. And I bought this for a specific reason. Is that, and some of you might want to think about this. I'm not saying that that all of you will, but it's just if I go into a new park location, I will sometime put this in my pocket. I will switch it on record, and I will go and detect. Now what I'm doing there is this also has a timestamp on it. So I've got a timestamp of the time I'm detecting, etc. So I just don't want any misconceptions of what I was doing in that park to arrive later. So in a neighborhood I'm not completely familiar with, and I might stand out in the neighborhood for whatever reason. I don't want any doubt of why I'm there and what I'm doing. And if anybody asks me, this is what I was doing on this date, and I'll have it on this. I'll have it from this card. I'll put it on my computer, and I'll store it for a while, just in case, until I get a feel for the neighborhood. A little paranoid, I know, but shoot, even paranoids have enemies. Not that I have any enemies, not that I'm paranoid. I like this, and also it's also great for setting up a scene, and etc. Because you just reach in and you hit the top of the button, the pen, you hold it down, and then you can put it eventually as you hold it for 1 second or so. You put it in record mode, and then you can record and talk as you go. And it does not do badly. It does give you a pretty good audio and not a bad picture. So it's something to think about. In any case, that's all I want to do. I want to talk about the unusual cameras I've got here. And like I told you, I've got this hobby, and its connection to YouTube has gotten me on a camera kick. So I have several action cameras, and these are action cameras in my opinion. And I've got some plain old cameras. In fact, I'm taking this on one of my standard cameras. I don't really take this one out into the field. I can, but it's not shockproof, it's not waterproof, etc. And it has removable lenses, etc. It's not a DSLR. I have one of those as well. So, but this is what I'm saying. This is good cameras when utilized correctly, and if you want to use them, they're great. You don't want to use them, they're great too. I have a lot of people have the head mount GoPros or the chest mount GoPros, and those are great, and they do a great job. I have no doubt that they do a super job. I just don't want the head mount. Now the chest mount, I would think about. I do have a GoPro, not a big GoPro fan, but I eventually bought one. It's a special configuration. I'll show it to you sometime next time. In any case, this is Texas Tiger Diggs. I'm talking about cameras in relation to metal detecting, and so don't think that this is just a lark, and I'm trying to drag my hobby into my metal detecting videos. I'm looking at these specifically as useful for different aspects of metal detecting. In any case, I will talk to you later, and you have a good day.